What is up, YouTube? I'm making this video today to congratulate my car. It's at 232,000 miles. It's a Mazda Miata 232,000. I don't know if I've seen a Mazda with this many miles on it. I got it at 143,000 miles maybe 3 years ago. At 143,000. That's when I got it, and I put, I don't know, I'm not good at math right now, but it's at 232,000. In this video, I'm just going to do a little walk around on my car. I'm going to talk about the problems that I've had with it, and like basically just a little update on my car and what I did to keep it alive, and it's still alive, and I plan on having it forever. You know, I put a lot of money into this. I plan on having this car forever. I plan on giving it to my kids someday if I get a kid. First I gotta get a girl, but that's another story. Anyways, I'm saving for a lowrider right now. I'm saving for a lowrider. That's my dream car, is to have a lowrider with hydraulics. So this is just one to get me there, you know. This is my baby. 1995. The seats are torn up. It's the first thing y'all gonna see. This is like a little seat warmer. It's about to be hot. I'm gonna lift up the trunk to show you what I did. Now, I used to have wheel spacers on this thing just to be cool. I used to have wheel spacers on it, but it fucked up with my alignment. It made my car shake. I have a couple videos of my like my car shaking at 70 miles per hour, and it was ridiculous. And I had to get a new wheel bearing for it, a wheel bearing for the back rear, and it was a pain, man. It was a pain just for those wheel spacers. But this is my baby. This is a little walk around of it. My friend put some springs on it. Let me turn off my car so maybe you can hear my voice a little bit better. AC works. Everything works in this car. It's just a little, like, this is cracked, this is bad, this is cracked a little bit, because I heard like a weird noise. You know, these Miata guys, we hear weird noises, and I punched it, and it left this nice baby for me to always remember my anger. So everything works on this. The AC works, the heater works, my radio works. I got new speakers in here, my little amplifier. Yeah, man, this is my baby. Right now, it's leaking a little bit of oil and a little bit of transmission fluid. Just a little bit, it's not too much. I painted this the other day. I took this off and replaced the valve cover. I cleaned out my engine, and I replaced the valve cover gasket because it was oil was spilling out big time. So I grabbed the degreaser, and I grabbed a toothbrush, and I just went away on all of this. So this is what I did that's new. Sorry, it's kind of dusty, but the power steering is out. Let's see if I can zoom in down there. My boot. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I don't think you can see it, man. My boot down there is torn. My power steering's out. That's what's not good on it. My power steering's out, but I use the Lucas, that really thick red stuff, power steering fluid, and it's been in there. So if your power steering's out, I called the shop, and they're gonna charge me like $1,800 to fix my power steering, my whole rack and pinion. Fucking ridiculous. So I grabbed the bottle. It was my last try. I grabbed the bottle. It was like 10 bucks of this Lucas stuff, and I put it in here. Stop leaking. It's not the smoothest. It's still a little slow and cold starts in the morning, but gets me by, and I don't have to spend $1,800 on rack and pinion for this thing. I had to get a new radiator. I bought this radiator on eBay, and I put it together myself. I bought it for like 109 bucks on eBay. And my car's an automatic Miata, so the radiators are not the same. So this is for a manual car, because most manual guys have this type of radiator, or racing, whatever radiator. So what I got was this, can't really see it. It is a transmission cooler. A transmission cooler. So that's new. That's connected to this guy. The old radiator had that transmission cooler built into it. So, and it was spilling out. It was just spilling out coolant was spilling out of my old one, and I needed to get a new one. I tried to fix it, I tried to patch it with JB Weld, and it just looked ghetto and trashy, and it was temporary. So this is new. If you can see down here, let's see, this guy, the thermostat, when I changed this out, I changed this out as well, the thermostat. Yeah, man, that's all I can think of right now in this thing. It overheated, the thermostat, radiator, that's new. Those are new things. Lucas, I also used a little bit of like the what's it called, the Lucas for your oil, so your oil doesn't leak out as much. It's leaking from underneath. I can't really lift up my car, but it's not leaking bad. It's just rolling out, you know. Also, I had to get a new exhaust and Catalytic converter. A Catalytic converter and a new exhaust. So I put a lot of money into this. I also got a new transmission, because when I first bought the car, I didn't know anything about transmission fluid levels. I didn't know anything about cars in general. And I kept driving it with no transmission or like oil in it, and it fucked up my whole car. So I had to get a new transmission. 2 years after that, I had to get a new driveshaft, and that driveshaft cost me 300 bucks. So I put some serious money into this thing. That's why I'm never gonna give it up. I put too much to sell it, you know. I put too much time and effort and work into this thing to give it up. But this is my baby. I plan on having it until the day I die, so it's most likely gonna touch. I drive to Austin every day. I live in San Marcos, so it's like a 30-mile drive, 60 miles every single day, 60-mile drive from work and back, 5 days a week. So I can see this going up to 400,000 miles. I mean 300,000 miles pretty soon, but 400,000 miles sometime in my life. But right now it's at 232,184 miles. Yeah, man, this is my baby. The seats, I wanted to get new seats on it, upholstery. I want to spend so much money on it, but I really want a lowrider. That's what I'm saving for right now. I'm saving for a lowrider. But the two things that I'm going to do to it next, before going all in on my lowrider, is I'm going to paint it. I'm going to show a video of me sanding my car down, and I'm going to paint it with spray cans, metallic blue. You can make fun of me if you want, but it's going to come out looking legit. I'm going to fill these holes, and I'm going to take my bra off, because I got somebody backed up into my car and dented it. So I use this bra to kind of hide my dent, but it's still there, and I know it's still there. So I'm going to use some Bondo to patch that up. Two things: I'm going to paint it metallic blue, and I'm going to add another sub to my trunk. I'm going to add another sub back here. I like music. Music's what I'm really into, and I'm going to add another 12, bigger sound system. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to go really hard on my lowrider. So, but this is my baby. I'm taking care of her. Oh man, I thought about selling her, you know, and going all in on my lowrider, but man, I put too much time and effort and money into her, and I want to see her, you know, I want to see her do well. But that's all. I change the oil out every 4,000 miles. I change the oil out. What I had to do recently was to get a new oil, the little, what's it called? The cap, the oil cap, not up here, but down there, the drain plug. I had to get a new drain plug because my old one, I mean, this car is 20 something years old. So I had to get a new drain plug. The bad thing about Miatas is when I bought it on its 20th birthday. 2015. It's a 1995. I bought it on its 20th birthday, and a bunch of problems was going on with it, and I looked up online. It said that this car starts to break down after 20 years, and I bought it on its 20th birthday. So things just didn't last, you know. Of course I had to get new brakes. I have to get new tires next. Back tires. I got new front tires, but back tires I got to get next. Brakes, and change my spark plugs out when I need to. My manual, after I had those car problems, I started taking my car a little bit more serious, you know. And I started looking when I should change my spark plugs and different things I could do to make this car last a lifetime. So this is my baby, man. The only bad thing is it's leaking a little bit of oil somewhere, and transmission fluid, but it's very minor. I took it to the shop. They said that, you know, the shop told me I had to get a new engine, but I had some Miata guys tell me that it's really no big deal. Change the valve cover gasket. I put some of that Lucas stuff in there for my power steering. The oil change, not the oil change, but the honey that you put in your oil to stop leaks. And there's also you can stop leaks for your transmission fluid too. But the guy told me, he said if I just watch my oil and watch my transmission fluid, basically every week I check my fucking fluids. Every single week I check my fluids. I know better now. I look over my car, my lights, everything, man. I want this thing to last. So this is it. Sorry if I'm blabbing so much. This is my baby, and I plan on fixing her up. Nothing real nice, real fancy, just something to get me by. It's still ghetto, so I got some things to do on it. But thanks for watching. This is my baby, man, and it's possible. I plan on having this thing forever, so I think I'm ahead of everybody in the I don't know of any Miata that has this many miles on it. Alright guys, peace out.